Good afternoon, Abeokuta. You know what's interesting? Let me have your attention, please. You know what's interesting? For some strange reason, out of all of the cities that I go to speak at, I enjoy myself the most whenever I'm invited to Abeokuta. Sincerely, and I mean this. 2022, I was invited for the Tech Summit, Ogun State. It was at the Presidential Library. That's where it was held. I spoke there. I had a great time. Just earlier this year, I was invited to speak at FUNAB, right? The JCI Summit, and I had a great time. And now, I'm speaking to you guys. I'm having a great time. It's been fun. I like the energy. I like how you guys have been responding. The games is indicative of the fact that there is something really great going on in Ogun State as far as education and innovation goes. I think you have a very strong tech hub, at least as far as I know, a very strong tech hub, tech community. And I honestly can't wait to see you guys shake the nation, shake the continent, and shake the world. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. All right, so I'm going to start with a story. Sincerely speaking, this is very unfamiliar territory for me. I generally don't, as a function of my work, I generally don't really speak to teenagers, right? So I mostly speak to like leaders of companies and multinationals and whatnot. So I've been really debating how to communicate, what to tell you, right? In such a way that you will understand me. So I feel like I should tell you a story, a personal story. Are you with me? Should we do the traditional way, the story? Once upon a time. It wasn't a long time ago. It was 2 months ago. So, all right. So they called me to come and to come and teach a session, right, at an oil and gas company. I was supposed to teach the leaders of the oil and gas company. I was supposed to teach them on capacity building. Now, they took me from Lagos. They took me to the airport. I got to Port Harcourt. I landed. They put me in the hotel. I was in there at the executive suite. I'm telling you all of this because I want to bring out something. And then when I finished, when I was getting prepared, I was supposed to do my session for 4:30 in the evening. They told me that I will be in a room with 70 people, and all of them were leaders. They flew in from all over the world. Now, when it was time for me to speak, they came to pick me at the hotel, and then I got to the venue. And then when I stepped into the hall, I looked at everybody there. I was the youngest person in the room. There were people who were over 50, over 60 in the room. Experienced people, had more understanding of life experiences, had more money, had more insight, had more knowledge. And consequentially, maybe had more wisdom from a conventional standpoint. So I was thinking, what am I going to say to these people? What am I going to say to these people? Now, eventually they called me to come and speak. I got onto the podium and then I started speaking. And I spoke for about an hour, 15 minutes. And by the time that I finished, in fact, halfway through the speech, everybody kept quiet. We could literally hear a pin drop. Some people who were using their laptops closed it, right? And they were listening. And by the time we finished the session, they were supposed to have just 3 questions from the audience, but I eventually answered 15. And they even had to cut it short because of time. Now, when we finished the session, one of the leaders, a woman, came to meet me and told me, she said, "Do you realize that you are the youngest person in this room?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Do you realize that people were paying attention to you? Like everybody was paying attention to you?" I said, "Yes." She said, "This is Nigeria. It doesn't always happen. So whatever it is that you are doing, continue to do it." Why am I saying this? I'm talking to you teenagers out here. So we are talking from maybe age 12 to 19 or maybe 20 even. And you are looking at yourself that you are too small or you are too young to let your light shine. You are too young, you are too small to command the attention of elderly people. I'm here to tell you that it is not real. You can. Everything that you need to do is already deposited within you. You saw the superstar who came on the panel session earlier when she was speaking. 11 years old. Look at how she was speaking and we were all paying attention. It is not isolated. It's not just one person that has it. This gift is deposited into each and every one of us. You know what? If you think you are too small to make a difference, I'm going to lock you into a small room with 2 mosquitoes. Then let me see how you will cope in a small room with 2 mosquitoes. You know they are very tiny, but you will not be able to sleep. So the next time you think you are too small to make a difference, think of those 2 small mosquitoes who will terrorize you all through the night and snatch sleep from you. When I stepped out initially, I stepped out during the course of the event. I went out to pick a phone call. I looked for the biggest tree in this compound, right? The biggest tree. I went on there to take the phone call that I was having. It was a meeting. And in the course of having the meeting, I saw the seed of the tree. I picked it up, so I'm going to show you. I need your rapt attention. Right? This is the seed. Can everybody see this? Look at this. This is the seed of the biggest tree in this compound. This is the seed. Now here is the thing. That tree at some point did not exist. It did not exist. All that existed was this seed. But you see, the tree was inside this seed. It just needed to be planted. The moment they planted this seed and they started to water it, it started to gain roots, it started to grow. And then it grew to the point that it became a giant tree that we can all take shades underneath. What am I saying? In essence, I'm going to make it practical for you. My friend, you, come outside, please. You, come outside. Thank you. Give him a round of applause, please. My friend, you in the yellow beret, please come outside. Hello, you in the glasses, the pair of glasses. Hey, you are shy. Come outside. Come outside. Give her a round of applause. She's shy. Come outside. How you doing? What's your name?
Gideon.
Sir?
Gideon.
Gideon. Nice. Go in this thy might. Gideon. Stand here. Thank you. Hi. What's your name? What? Nice to meet you, Onoluwa. Where's my third friend? Hello, how are you? What's your name? Emanuela. Please come here. Right. Now, I go around cities across the continent, across the world. I have conversations, I have speeches, I give speeches and all of that. But I wasn't always this guy. There was a point in time when I was just like this, right? But I wasn't speaking then. I was preparing. I was reading books. I was asking questions. I was inquisitive, right? I'm saying that to say it does not matter what it is that you look like right now. I once looked like this. And to the glory of God, I am now this, and I am becoming more right before your very eyes. So this is a representation of the seed. This is the representation of the seed. Inside this seed are trees, giant trees that the world will take shade under very soon. Inside this guy is a business mogul. Inside this lady is an innovator that is going to innovate and create a solution to a problem that will solve so many things in Africa. Inside this lady is an advisor that will advise leaders and politicians and captains of industry, right? But do they look like, are they already doing that now? Not yet, right? They are still a representation of the seed, but the tree is inside them. But it needs to be watered. And how do you water it? By knowledge, by being inquisitive, asking the right questions. It does not matter what environment it is that you grew up from. I grew up in Molete in Ibadan. I don't know if you know where they call Molete. That was the headquarters of thuggery and hooliganism in Southwest. Daddy, you know Alaji Adedibu? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Alafi Molete. I grew up with the thugs in that environment. We played football together. They loved me because I was so good at football, right? If you saw myself and these guys together when we were growing up, you would assume that all of us had the same trajectory in life. But I'm here, by the grace of God, to have conversations with you, right? So I'm saying it does not matter what it is that your background is telling you, right? You have, like, deposited inside you is a solution that you have to offer the world. God has given all of us unique gifts. You know what's interesting about creation, right? Let me just touch upon this and then I round off. You know what's interesting about creation? It is that when you look at man, right? Man is made up of dust, right? They say from dust we've come, from dust we'll return. The earth in itself, the dust already existed before we were created, right? Good. The earth is 71% water, 29% land. The human body is about 66 to 69% water, 31% flesh. The human bone has the same vitamin component as the rock. All these rocks that you see, right? The human bone has the same vitamin components as those. What am I saying? God creates the habitat before the inhabitant. That means God will create the environment, right, that you will thrive in before he creates you. So none of you here is an accident of creation. In fact, the background that God created you into was very intentional, because there are things within that environment that you will use to solve problems for the world and those who are in your environment. Do you understand me now? So I want you to put your hand on your chest and say, I am different. I am unique. I am excellent. There is a giant inside me. And that giant is waking up right now. I will not take no for an answer. I am a problem solver, and the whole world will know me. I want you to mean it, because if this boy who grew up in Molete is speaking before the 1%, is speaking before captains of industries and leaders of nations, you can do more, way more, way more. Thank you so much, my guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Abeokuta. I've had fun, and I hope to be back soon. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.
Please, can you jam your hands together for Uncle Frank? Omo Badon, kini soon. It's okay. We're not in Badon. We're not in Badon, so let's not do that, okay? All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, would like to make welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please, can we jam our hands together for the set of dignitaries that are walking in right now? Please keep clapping. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. I would like to introduce them proper. But if you know a man of God so benevolent and nice like Bishop, you will know that you should be clapping. Please, can you jam your hands together for our father, our daddy, Bishop? You're welcome, sir. It's so nice to see you again. Last year, let me tell you something. Bishop did a great giveaway. I can never forget you, Daddy. Oh, please jam your hands together for Bishop. I'm still going to introduce him proper. And I know Bishop came in with very great persons. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. We respect and recognize your presence. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while I come back to recognize our special guest that came in, would like to make welcome Pastor Fumi Oba. Please come up stage, ma, and come and present an award of special recognition to Uncle Frank. So Uncle Frank, please join us back on stage. Please, can we give Uncle Frank a round of applause as he come up stage again?
body. Hello, everyone. Can you jam your hands together for yourself? If you know you are proud of yourself, can you make it louder? If you know you are a seed that is becoming a tree, you can do better. Giants don't clap this way now. Come on, give it to yourself. Thank you so much. God bless you. Uncle Frank, thank you so much for that. Let me say, a word of knowledge. You just preached a whole sermon. I'm adding pastor to your name now. All right, on behalf of Trustees Conference, you have done wonderfully well. So we are presenting this award to you at the 2025 Trustees Conference. Teens who influence, from the heart of every teenager and team member of Trustees community, with gratitude for your service. Dated this day, 3rd of October, 2025. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can we jam hands together for Uncle Frank?